Hey everybody, I'm super excited to show you some of the Valentines that I've been working on. So far I've created a Valentine book and I made that for my daughter who hates frogs. So as you can see, there's a frog right on the cover of that one. Don't worry, she's a teenager, she can handle it. And made another one for a dear friend of our family. I picked up this book at the thrift store. I'm going to cut out the pictures of the hamsters and use those pictures in the little book that I'm creating for her. And this birthday card with the frog, I'm going to turn that into the little book. Now I'm choosing the papers that I would like to use, and I will cut them to size. Now that I've got my papers cut to size, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the card, making it into a book, and I'm going to staple them together. You will notice that when my stapler is closed, it's too small for me to put the staple where I want it. So I had to open it up and staple through it that way, and then I just bent the staples over with my fingers. I want to add some color to the inside cover of the card, so I am looking for coordinating paper. Moving on to the next page, I want to add some color and embellishments. I'm also going to start adding the cutouts of the hamsters that I did. I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and use one of the frog cutouts that I did on this page. So I found a little piece that has the word juicy on it, and I just think that is perfect for the frog page. Okay, moving on to the next page. I've got a piece of really pretty paper here that I'm going to cut to size and add it in. I'm using this tool to press the glue around and also to remove any air bubbles. You can use a pen if you wanted, or even a spatula, or your fingers. I found a picture of a hamster carrying a really large piece of a carrot, so I think that's pretty cute, and I'm going to use that on this page. I'm getting ready to cover the back cover, and so I've chosen this paper with hearts. So I'm going to slide it inside and then mark the paper with my pen. When I do my cut, I always cut on the inside of my marks. Now I'm going back in a few pages and I'm going to glue this picture of these cute little hamsters inside of a cup. I've decided to create a best friends page. The two hamsters in a cup have inspired me to do that, so now I will be adding some stickers and embellishments. Now I need to choose another decorative piece of paper to cover one of the plain pages that are in this little book. I'm adding some embellishments here, and this one says the perfect day, and it depicts this hamster stuffing his little mouth full of Valentine's treats. I found a little piece that I think will look good on the front, so I'm going to add that. And now I'm going back to the front page to work on that one. Sometimes when I work on one page, I'm thinking about another page, and so I tend to go back and forth sometimes. I'm going to make this little hamster look like he is relaxing under a blanket. Alright, now I am ready to put the next page together. I'm going to add some layers and some embellishment, and I have found a cute pink flower that I'm going to add to the corner of this page. That will add some nice texture. Now I am ready to do the last page. Now that I've got the pages in and the basics in, I'm going to go through and add my final embellishments and writing little notes throughout. So now I'm into the final details. Now we are going to start working on the second card. This one is much smaller, but I'm really enjoying working with these pictures. I took these pictures out of a book that had wonderful illustrations in it, and I also found this book at the thrift store, and I was really excited about using the illustrations. As you can see, I am doing all of my cutting. I'm cutting the illustrations out, and I'm also cutting my decorative papers that I want to work with. So for this little card, or if you will book, it's just going to have a front cover and a back cover, and then a page inside. So right now I am adding a decorative piece to the inside cover. Now I'm going to add my single page. I am simply going to use Scotch tape to bind it, if you will, and I'm attaching that to the center. I will do that on both sides of the centerpiece for stability. Now I will go through and add details, layers of paper, and then those wonderful illustrations that I wanted to use. And then after that, I will go through and write some notes here and there. For the book that I made for my daughter, I'm going to thumb through it with you. And my daughter loves hamsters, so this is basically a book full of hamsters with just a few frogs, just for the fun of it. This little hammy's in bed, and he says, "Have a happy day." So here's another fun one for her. She'll throw the book at me once she sees this. This says "Pucker Up," and then this is the frog, and it says "Juicy" right here. So that's pretty funny. And then this one is just "Best Friends." It says "Thanks for being my Valentine." And this one, this little hamster has a carrot, and this one wants to know if it can have some. And this says "Perfect Day," and he's filling his cheeks full of Valentine treats. This one says, "Will you be my Valentine?" And "Happy Valentine's Day." This one is much more simple. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day." This says, "We hope your day is filled with happiness, Valentine wishes to see you soon, and I wrote here, pack your bags. We hope you come back soon on the other side. So I made these cards for fun, nothing too fancy, nothing too serious, just fun for friends and family. And so I hope you enjoyed seeing my creations, and I hope it will inspire you to be creative and not get caught up in perfection and all that. Just put yourself out there a little bit and have a good time with it. I'm climbing my way to 100 subscribers. If you could help me out with that, I would appreciate it so much. Thanks for watching. See you soon.